What is up, bro? It's me, Josh here, and welcome to episode 13 of World of Warships for Beginners. My series, we dive into everything in World of Warships, from setting up your account all the way to advanced tactics at the end, and everything in between to make you a better World of Warships player. Today's video is all about premium ships, how they work, what are they, how to get them, and everything about this type of ship in World of Warships. Let's dive in because there's lots to go over. So there are many benefits to premium ships, and one of the first ones is it comes fully upgraded. Now, as you can see here, all the modules are fully upgraded, and that's one of the awesome parts about premium ships is no research required. So once you have that, you can pop a captain in and you're good to go. Now let's compare that to the Texas is the Tier 5 USN battleship. Let's compare it to the tech tree version of the Tier 5 USN battleships, which is the New York. We just unlocked this ship, and as you can see, it's completely stock. So when it comes to tech tree ships, you either have to play the ship enough to unlock the modules and then purchase them for credits, or if you have enough free XP and enough credits, you can just research them right away. But still, not needed on premium ships. They're good to go, and you can start playing them as soon as you get them. Now, some will have different settings, maybe a different gun layout, different torp options, stuff like that, but fully upgraded nonetheless, and you can switch in and out if there are any options like that. Second of all, each premium ship will have multipliers for credit, so they will make more than their tech tree counterparts. So that's just a bonus right there. Standard multipliers when it comes to premium ships. Some others have heightened ones, like the USS Missouri, which is no longer available, has a increased credit multiplier, but this is a great way to kind of grind out credits and play these with the extra flags, as we went over in one of the previous videos of really stacking premium ships with all those flags and camos, and then getting tons of XP and tons of credits. Thirdly, it comes with a premium camo already. So it comes with a permanent camo, as you can see right here. The normal 3-4%, minus 10% cost to ships post-battle service, which is nice. That cuts down the cost of the repair of the ship, which is standard going into the game. That's something like the New York wouldn't have. And then just a standard 50% XP per battle. Now, this isn't a crazy awesome camo. I mean, compared to, let's just pick anything else, Gamescon camo, or one of the community contributor camos. These are really good camos that are over here. This is just a solid. It's free. You can use it an infinite amount of times, and all the other camos are a one-time use. So this is a permanent camo. There are usually some kind of permanent camo set up here you can buy with doubloons, but at least every premium ship comes with a permanent camo, so it's not needed to then continue to put on the one-time use camos or use doubloons for camos or stuff like that. It comes with one, so that's an amazing bonus. Now, another small bonus is that premium ships are instantly elite status. Now, elite status is the ability to convert XP earned on the ship into free XP using doubloons. Now, what requires a ship to be elite status is one that's fully upgraded. So looking back at my Wyoming, you can see the olive branches around the battleship signal. Now, if I go to the New York, which is completely stock, that doesn't have the olive branches around it because it needs to get fully upgraded. Once the ship is fully upgraded, then it's considered elite. But battleships, of course, or premium ships, are already fully upgraded, so instantly you can start earning XP on those ships. So then convert over to free XP if you want, and then use that on other ships. A nice little bonus. At this point in the game, if you're just getting here, you're probably not going to be using that too much, but it's nice to have down the road, especially if you get more and more doubloons or have a time to maybe grind out some XP and use these premium ships to earn credits and the XP towards other ships. Another awesome bonus to premium ships is that they're lower operating costs as they go up into the higher tiers. Now, this is something that's going to affect your profit once you get higher and higher into the tiers. As you can see on the left side, tech tree ship costs. Let's just go straight to tier 9s. Let's just go to tier 8s. It's kind of a normal premium tier. 75,000 base costs for that's 75,000 credits. So no matter what, it's going to cost 75,000 just to play that ship, not including the extra kind of depending on how many shells you shoot, depending on how many torpedoes you launch. 75,000 base. Now, if you look all the way over with the premium ship, right there, tier 8, 52,500. So it is going to really kind of help you out with saving credits into the higher tiers when they get more and more expensive, and especially if you don't have premium time. So these premium ships are going to be by far, with not only having the credit multiplier of earning more credits, it's going to cost you less, so that margin of profitability per these ships gets bigger and bigger basically as you go up in those tiers. So whenever somebody asks me what's the best ship to make credits in, it's going to be whatever your highest tier premium ship is. That's most likely going to be your best ship to make credits, because that profit, so the cost of the ship, is extremely low, and the earnings on credits for the ship tend to be extremely high. Now, by far, the biggest benefit of having a premium ship is its ability to move captains in and out without having to go through the retraining process. Now, what exactly am I talking about? Now, this is a topic I want you guys to really take from this video. If it's the one thing you guys learn in this video, I would just want you guys to learn how this system works. This is one that I didn't know exactly how it worked for a long time, and it took me a while to kind of understand it because I thought of it the wrong way. And the main point is there's no such thing as premium captains. There's only such thing as premium ships. Now, and before somebody in the comments says there are unique captains like Yamamoto and stuff like that, those aren't, I wouldn't consider those premium captains. I would consider those specialty captains. We'll get into those in a different video. Most of those are unlocked through campaigns and stuff like that. Different topic. For this though, what I mean is the ability to go move captains in and out of ships without having to go through the retraining process. Now, I have the perfect example right now. We just unlocked the New York and we have the Wyoming. So we have our captain in the tier 4 USM battleship. I want to move him to the tier 5 USM battleship. So we're going to click on the New York commander, assign commander, and we're going to get him from another ship. So we want to get him from the Wyoming. And so whenever you move a ship from a tech tree ship to another tech tree ship, and this is can only be within the same nation. So you can't move a USN captain to an IJN ship or, vice versa. They have to go what's called a retrain commander or a retraining process. So you can skip the entire process with doubloons. It tends to be kind of nice at higher tiers or if there's a deal going on because the amount of experience gets extremely high into the hundreds of thousands. So it's nice in higher tiers. I don't really recommend it in the lower tiers. One thing that's nice is if you do have some extra credits laying around, 200,000, you can cut it in half, and that's a few less games you have to work without a retraining captain. Or if you are extremely low on credits, you can then use basic training free of charge, which we'll use for the example today. And so now you have to go through what's called a retraining process. Now, if you have Elite Commander XP, you can boost that, but that's something we'll go over in a little bit. So we are currently in a retraining process. Now, what exactly is this? Well, all of your captain skills now work at a lower percentage or they don't work at all. So we have preventative maintenance, which reduces the risk of main turrets, torpedo tubes, steering gears, and engines becoming incapacitated at a negative 30%. Now, since this is retraining, it has to go through, that works at a 50% lesser value, so basically 15%. And there are other ones like Adrenaline Rush that just don't work during retraining process. So all of those captain skills like Concealment Expert, which lowers your concealment, that's a massive one. AFT, which extends range, a whole bunch of stuff that you are kind of used to. So I was used to playing with those on my tier 4 battleship. Now I can't use those until I'm fully retrained. So that's the bummer. And then you basically get a bar right here. They have to work through that much XP with playing games, and that kind of goes in with the captain XP. Once that's filled up, then these are good to go. But it's kind of a nuisance switching a captain in and out of this. It makes it a bit tougher to start out with a ship because, as we said, the ship is completely stock. So it's not the best that this ship can do. So we're working not only with a less effective ship because it's stock, it doesn't have all the range of the speed and the armor, but we have to go through a retraining process. So a bit of a bummer when it comes from tech tree to tech tree, but that's why we have premium ships. Now, if I go to the Texas and I grab this commander and he's on from other ships and he's on the New York, we can throw him on here. And there we go. It's still going to show as the retraining process, or if he was completely retrained, we can show an example of that as well. All of these don't work at the disadvantage now. So Adrenaline Rush is now working and Preventive Maintenance is working at full effect. So this is the benefit of using a premium ship. Now we'll throw him back on the captain as well, just for the graphic reasons. So here we go. This is trained for that. And we will use the bonus for this, just for an example right here. So now let's just say I'm fully trained. We're back to going and we're back to grinding towards that 6th captain point. So when we go back to the Wyoming, let's just say we want to play a game with the Wyoming, from another ship. We're going to click here, and then he has to go back through the retraining process because it's a tech tree ship. So we're just going to cancel this right now, and then we're going to put him back on the Texas for this example. So once we do that, let's grab him here. So he's trained here. So normal, right? We didn't go through the retraining process. He's still on the New York, but we want to switch him to the Texas. Now, the Texas, as you can see, doesn't require that entire retraining process of going through and lacking those abilities because the retraining. You can just go in and boom, no retraining, good to go. You don't have to go through the process, and you can switch them in and out of that. So captains can go from tech tree ships to premium ships without retraining. That's amazing. It cuts down that game, and it's a perfect way because, of course, with all these bonuses, with the free camos, you can get a lot more XP on these, earn a lot more credits, and it makes the grind a lot easier in this game. But one thing too is when you buy a premium ship, when you get a premium ship, they're going to come with a captain. Let's say you train up a Texas captain all the way to level 15. If you put him, let's say I have a 10-point captain from the Texas, I want to put him on the New York, it's still going to have to go through the training process. So the only way to skip that is by putting a captain from a tech tree ship onto a premium ship, not the other way around. One thing I always recommend is don't have a captain specialized for a certain type of premium ship. Just have a captain for tech tree ships that you will put on premium ships. If you ever come to my stream or ever see me playing World of Warships, almost I basically zero, unless it's like something like the Polish Destroyer, which is only one ship. I have no captains on my premium ships because they're then just stuck there. They have to go through the entire retraining process. So if you really see any captains on them, they're specialized for normal tech tree ships. I know this is probably sounding super redundant, but this is extremely confusing for most people. I just want you guys to know, and I really want to beat this in, that you have to go through the retraining process for tech tree ships, not when you bring them over. They could basically skip that entire thing. And one thing you can even do is you can get them on that and get that retraining process done, as we saw on the example before I gave that little bonus. You can actually burn through that retraining process from the Wyoming to the New York on the Texas. So it's a fantastic program once you understand it. I'm sorry if you guys already knew this and this sounds super redundant, but this is just a really kind of confusing system for people at the start. But once you understand it, then it's just awesome, and you can kind of use and abuse it almost to really skip a lot of the kind of annoying parts of retraining a captain from going there. So most of the time, if you do get a brand new ship from, insert whatever way you got it, most likely either put that on a tech tree ship or just take that off, because it's going to be kind of boring to not be able to switch that from ship to ship. All right, now that I've rambled on for a long time about how this whole system works, and I apologize about that, is the exciting part of how to get premium ships. Now, if you guys remember in episode 1, there was a referral code, and once you get to level 6, you actually unlock the Texas, a tier 6 ship. You unlock the Texas, as well as the Diana, a tier 2 ship. So you actually get 2 free premium ships just from that code for signing up using that referral code. Now, once you have those are 2 nice ones. Now, there are other ways of getting them, and the main ways are, one, obviously the premium store. You can go up here, go to the premium shop, and then purchase whatever ship you want. If you saw in my last video, I kind of recommend not doing this at the start. There are tons of ships, and there's a lot that are extremely fun. But if you're just starting out, probably watching this series as you're playing through, you've probably just got to tier 6 or so. There's no real reason to jump in and buy these. Just really have some fun, maybe pick up some doubloons as I went over in the last video. Another way of doing them is, of course, with the super containers, getting lucky when picking your crates every day, and then you can get a ship through that. There are also Christmas crates. Those will be in the premium shop. You can get a ship through that. But another way, there are 2 ways of getting them for free. So one way is playing, just the game and getting them in the arsenal. So these are things you will get playing through coal, getting steel through clans and rank battles. You can actually get some ships for free, and that's just by playing. So coal is a resource you will get through containers. We went over that in the latest video. And once you get enough, you can actually get some of these ships, even a tier 9 premium, even a tier 10 premium. So some pretty high tier stuff. It's going to take you a while to get those. Right now, we only have about 3,000, but if you really pick the resource containers, you can get a lot. So it's a pretty cool little thing right here to, maybe pick up a ship if you want a trainer, a cool battleship or something like that. You're just going to save up that coal for a while, and then, or if you're playing ranked in clan battles, you can get some steel, 2 different types of currencies, and you can then get a free premium ship that way. Also, going through campaigns. So if we go over to the campaigns really quick, there are some free ships you can get through there, which is always a cool thing to do. Now, I believe in the honorable service at the end, there's a premium ship. So once you get through a lot of this stuff, if you look at the campaign, you can get premium ships like the Shinonome, which is tier 6 destroyer. So a lot of these will have some pretty cool rewards at the end. We've gone over these in latest videos, like the Science of Victory campaign. At the end, you get 7 days of premium time, which is always cool. But getting free ships is always the way to go. And sometimes World of Warships will hand out stuff, and these are some of the captains I was talking about as well. You know, you get Yamamoto right here, which is actually pretty cool. But if you go through the entire honorable service one, you can actually get a free tier 6 premium destroyer right there, which is actually extremely good for that tier as well. So that's a really good ship. So if you're working on these campaigns, continue to do that because there's freebies there. There are time locked campaigns that World of Warships will do and events, and if you get through that, you can also get some free ships like the Royal Navy event that's going on right now. You can actually get 2 free premiums there if you just play. And by going through all of these and getting these currencies, the guineas, if you do that, then you can go back to the arsenal and then check out the Royal Navy one going on right here. And you can actually get 3 premium ships, not even 2. You can get the Gallant if you get enough of the Sovereigns, the Warspite if you get enough, or the Cossack at tier 8. So these are 3 free premium destroyer, or 3 premium ships you can get just for playing. So that's another pretty cool thing that Wargaming tends to do a lot, is makes it a way to get free stuff by just basically playing. You don't have to go out of your way to get these ships. So overall, this is a video that's probably going to take a lot longer than I expected, but there's a couple main topics on this. First of all, there's free ways of getting premium ships. The benefits of premium ships are awesome and always worth using. Be sure to use those. And the main thing I want to get into you guys is how the premium ships work with transferring captains. This is a topic that a lot of people still misunderstand to this day, and one that's actually pretty confusing at first. But I hope my explanation was good enough and can help you guys use these ships to their full advantage. A really good thing to do on these is to throw those flags on and use those flags as much as possible. And of course, since it is a premium camo, you can always just take it off if you want and put a different one. Like let's say we have whatever, we want to use the Union Jack because it has better bonuses. You can put on the Union Jack if you want, just because it's a premium, a permanent camo doesn't mean it's stuck on there for permanent. You can switch out camos if you want. So anyways, guys, pretty big topic, episode 13 of World of Warships for beginners. I just wanted to kind of help you guys out because there's a lot going on with premium ships, especially when you're brand new. And I think there's a lot of confusing things going on. So I kind of hope this just helps you guys understand how to use these ships to their full potential and get out there and have a lot of fun playing these ships, because there's a lot of fun premium ships out there. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you guys out a lot, and then can get out there, have some more fun, and use these amazing ships. But anyways, guys, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.